this is Lauren Engel. Of course you've seen me on the channel, but I'm kind of taking over EDM news currently until maybe there's another host. So Matt's gonna be doing longer extended thought pieces, which is what his passion is, and for the time being I'm gonna try to do this EDM news. It's my first time ever doing this kind of journalistic or whatever you call it report. I'm just so used to my normal interview route. Or if you guys like have ideas for the format, let me know. I was thinking of like, what if I had a chair and like put it outside, or filmed it from home so it's easier. So I chose 5 pieces of news that I wanted to cover. Thank you first for Samson for this Go mic mobile. Matt and I have both been using their mics, and can you tell they're really sharp, the sound and everything, they're really good. So if you need a mic, check out Samson. I'll link below. So for the first news, we have this guy, Max Vangeli. This guy needs to be stopped. The tweets that he's had in the past year, it's like he has the rapper antics, you know? So basically the latest thing that happened was that he shared Avicii's phone number. Yeah, I don't know, so I'm gonna really stop this guy. I don't know why he did that. The second piece of news is about Skrillex, which he makes his rounds in every single EDM news. We have to cover him. He had a few pieces of news, like he went in the studio with Ty Dolla $ign, but the main thing that I want to cover is that it was in, I think, 2014, 2015, where he stage dived and he fell on one of the audience members, and she suffered some sort of stroke or health hazard. And so it's been a back and forth thing for a few years, and finally his tour company called Lost Boys Touring settled on $3.8 million. So it's coming out of the touring company's money, but that's a huge chunk. And yeah, I don't know. Stage dives are a difficult thing to pull off, and you never know what would happen to your audience members, especially the ones who are at the front. They're the ones who line up for you at the very beginning and love you, so that's just a really difficult thing to go through. And the next piece of news is about Snails. I've interviewed him. I'll link that below if you guys haven't seen it. And one thing that I really like about Snails is the whole universe he's created with his Snails branding. He had the slugs, the whole tour, the branding, the graphic design, the imagery, everything is super, super cohesive. And it really makes sense for him to tie it all together into a comic book, kind of like how Marvel is. I can see that with slugs in the universe that he's creating. I think he put up 11 pages of it so far, so you guys can check it out. And if you want to own a Snails book, which is probably really cute memorabilia or merchandise, pre-order it and it'll be yours. So the next piece of news is a bit TMZ. It's David Guetta. His girlfriend is spotted with an engagement ring. Keep in mind that his girlfriend's my age. She's 24 and he's 51. That's like, could be her dad. But I mean, that's kind of how a lot of the older celebs are with the younger females. But I think the photo looks like they were on some sort of boat cruise type thing, and she's spotted wearing it. He might release some final statement soon about it, because a lot of news outlets are picking it up. The next piece of news is about Dillon Francis and Alison Wonderland. If you've seen for the past few months that they've just been putting up a lot of couple photos. I don't think anyone ever thought they were dating or anything, but at one point they're expecting something, and finally turns out, we thought it was a collab or song or something. It turns out they're announcing a tour together. They did this through releasing a video of essentially them talking on Skype or some video call. That's bright. Wait, let me fix that. It's so bright. Normally I'm wearing sunglasses, but like I'm holding my paper, so I kind of ran out of hands. But I really like the video. It's really cute, and it's cute to see the two worlds collide. That's just something that I feel like more producers could do to announce tours. Like that's way more memorable to me than like a random IG story or a random post. A video just makes it like you want to go to see their show, hang out with them, that sort of vibe. And it was just in really Dillon Francis way. But also, of course, Alison Wonderland is always so funny and cute and everything. I also think it's a good idea for two really big people to do a big tour. I feel like it's harder and harder for acts to do like a huge headline tour, and if they've already done those a lot nationally, collabing and doing a tour together makes sense. Anyway, so for my last piece of news, a lot of you guys are producers, so you might know him. His name is Moe Shalizi. He manages Jaws, Okay, Snails, of course, Marshmello. Speaking of Marshmello, he is set to make, in 2019, $50 million. That's crazy. That's only within 3 years. Like it's so hard for any other company to do that, let alone musician. That's just, even pop stars haven't even really had that growth. They're going to make Marshmello into a publicly listed company, so you could buy Marshmello stock, which is really weird, but also really cool. And I like how Moe Shalizi or his team are thinking out of the box into making Marshmello into a company. I think from the onset, they kind of had him more as a brand than as a person. Well, he's both, but it's like they knew that he was going to be a big company / brand. Moe Shalizi is leaving Red Light, really, really big management company that I've worked with a lot for my interviews. And it really just makes sense that he's splitting off and making his own company. He has, probably the roster of it's getting yeah, the roster of his clients are insane. So it makes sense for him to keep all his profits. Marshmello 2019, $50 million. Of course, his team wants to just take it all. And I feel like they don't even really need the resources of anything else. Probably by this point, he's had all the connections that he needed. So it just makes sense. Totally makes sense. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I might change up the format. Hope you guys enjoyed this and stayed in the know for all the EDM news that I found that is really interesting, and hopefully that you guys find it interesting as well. Like if you're new to this EDM series, or subscribe if you're new to Sidewalk Talk. Hope you guys enjoy.